What do you do when you're America's top diplomat, fourth in line to the presidency, and the White House makes it publicly known you're living on borrowed time? If you're Secretary of State Rex Tillerson, you brush it off, pack a suitcase and hop a flight to Europe, as if nothing had happened. Tillerson tours Europe this week under circumstances unparalleled in recent U.S. diplomatic memory after months of public tensions with President Donald Trump and rumors about Tillerson's future. The White House signaled last week he could be fired and possibly soon. White House officials told multiple news organizations a plan was afoot to oust Tillerson and replace him with CIA Director Mike Pompeo, a close Trump confidant. "It's laughable," Tillerson quipped the next day, as aides insisted he was staying in his job. "Fake news," tweeted the president, saying Tillerson was not leaving. Yet such damage to Tillerson's standing is not so easily erased, certainly not by a single tweet. In Belgium, Austria, and France this week, Tillerson will contend with European officials who now have more reason than ever to question whether he truly speaks for the president, how much credence to give his policies, and if he'll remain long enough to see them through. For foreign governments, it has created even more uncertainty over dealing with a mercurial administration in which the only voice that seems to matter is that of Trump himself. Opening his first day in Brussels on Tuesday, Tillerson alluded to the growing doubt about his leadership of the State Department as he greeted diplomats at the U.S. Embassy. He acknowledged that we don't have any wins yet and said he's getting a little criticism over the high number of vacancies in key roles, including, in Brussels, no U.S. ambassadors to either Belgium or the European Union. After months of clashes on policy and personality, President Donald Trump is considering ousting Secretary of State Rex Tillerson and replacing him with hard-nosed CIA Director Mike Pompeo following less than a year on the job, senior U.S. officials said Thursday, as turmoil within Trump's national. After months of clashes on policy and personality, President Donald Trump is considering ousting Secretary of State Rex Tillerson and replacing him with hard-nosed CIA Director Mike Pompeo following less than a year on the job, senior U.S. officials said Thursday, as turmoil within Trump's national. Still, Tillerson insisted he was making progress on his top priority, a top-to-bottom overhaul of the State Department. He said there would be some quick wins coming shortly that he would discuss at town hall meetings about the overhaul he said he'd hold before year's end. "The State Department is not missing a beat," Tillerson said. In the Belgian capital, Tillerson planned to meet with the EU's foreign policy chief and other regional diplomats before a conference of NATO foreign ministers. He'll then fly late Wednesday to Vienna for a conference of the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe and a meeting with Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, whose talks with Tillerson are always closely watched. The former ExxonMobil CEO will lastly go to Paris for a final round of meetings before returning to Washington.